Gone with the Wind, 1939. In the golden glow of old Hollywood, few films loom as large as Gone with the Wind. Released in 1939, this epic tale of love, war, and pride wasn't just a movie, it was an event that rewrote cinematic history. Set against the backdrop of the American Civil War, the story follows the fiery and spoiled Scarlett O'Hara, brought to life by Vivien Leigh in a performance so powerful it still haunts the silver screen. Her obsession with Ashley Wilkes and stormy romance with the charismatic Rhett Butler, played by the ever-dashing Clark Gable, gave audiences a kind of emotional whiplash no one was prepared for. But this film wasn't just about love and heartbreak, it was about survival. About a woman who refused to be broken even when everything around her crumbled. With Olivia de Havilland's gentle Melanie and Hattie McDaniel's trailblazing role as Mammy, the cast created a masterpiece that blended intensity, beauty, and controversy. Gone with the Wind didn't just win Oscars, it carved its name into legend. Decades later, audiences still sit spellbound, whispering that iconic line, "Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn." Casablanca, 1942. Step into the smoky haze of Rick's Café Américain, where love, sacrifice, and patriotism collide in Casablanca, the film that turned emotional restraint into pure cinematic gold. Released in 1942 during the height of World War II, this isn't just a love story, it's a war-torn heartbeat frozen in time. Humphrey Bogart plays Rick Blaine, a cynical American with a haunted past, running a nightclub in unoccupied French Morocco. Life seems numb until she walks in. Ingrid Bergman as the luminous Ilsa Lund isn't just Rick's old flame, she's the woman who left him with only a note and a rain-soaked memory. Their reunion is electric, painful, and unforgettable. But Casablanca isn't about rekindled passion, it's about letting go for a greater cause. In a city riddled with secrets and spies, Rick makes the ultimate sacrifice, giving up love for freedom and ensuring Ilsa escapes with her husband, the resistance hero Victor Laszlo. With iconic lines like, "Here's looking at you, kid," and "We'll always have Paris," the film became a cultural monument. Even today, Casablanca doesn't just tell a story, it dares you to feel something deeper, and makes you wonder what you would do in the fog of sacrifice. Ben-Hur, 1959. When audiences first witnessed Ben-Hur on the big screen in 1959, they weren't just watching a film, they were entering a cinematic coliseum. Set in ancient Rome and Judea, this epic tale of revenge and redemption starred Charlton Heston as Judah Ben-Hur, a nobleman betrayed by his childhood friend Messala and cast into slavery. What follows is a sweeping journey of survival, faith, and fury, told with such grandeur that it still leaves viewers breathless. From the roaring sea battles to the thunder of horses in the legendary chariot race filmed without CGI, Ben-Hur was a technical and emotional marvel. Heston's performance burns with a sense of justice, but also quiet vulnerability as he wrestles with rage and destiny. The film subtly intertwines the story of Jesus Christ, showing brief, powerful moments of spiritual grace that ultimately lead Judah from vengeance to forgiveness. Winning a record-breaking 11 Academy Awards, Ben-Hur didn't just raise the bar, it built the stage. Even today, the film stands as a symbol of Hollywood's golden ambition, where myth and humanity collide. And that chariot race, still one of the greatest sequences ever captured on film, period. Sunset Boulevard, 1950. Sunset Boulevard is where Hollywood's golden dreams go to die, and no film has ever exposed that truth more hauntingly than Billy Wilder's noir masterpiece from 1950. Narrated from beyond the grave by Billy Gillis, played with cynical brilliance by William Holden, the story dives deep into the decaying heart of Tinseltown. Joe stumbles into the crumbling mansion of Norma Desmond, a forgotten silent film star trapped in delusions of faded fame. Gloria Swanson's performance as Norma is nothing short of iconic, seductive, terrifying, and tragically beautiful. She isn't just a character, she's a ghost of Hollywood's past, desperate to reclaim a spotlight that no longer exists. She declares, "I am big, it's the pictures that got small," her voice dripping with madness and sorrow. As Norma lures Joe into her twisted fantasy world, their relationship spirals into obsession, manipulation, and murder, a cautionary tale wrapped in glamour and shadows. Sunset Boulevard is more than a film. It's a chilling eulogy for fame and the illusion of stardom. The final scene, with Norma descending her staircase into insanity, isn't just legendary, it's unforgettable. Even now, her whispered line echoes, "I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille."
The Godfather, 1972, Sue and Chop. In 1972, The Godfather didn't just hit theaters, it redefined cinema. Directed by Francis Ford Coppola and based on Mario Puzo's novel, this was more than a gangster movie. It was a haunting portrait of power, family, and destiny. At the heart of it all stood Marlon Brando as Don Vito Corleone, calm, calculating, and utterly unforgettable. With a raspy voice and a rose in his lapel, Brando's performance became the blueprint for cinematic authority. But the soul of the story belongs to Michael Corleone, played by Al Pacino in a career-defining role. He begins as the reluctant son, the outsider, but as betrayal, blood, and business engulf the family, Michael slowly descends into darkness, embracing the very empire he once rejected. His transformation is chilling. A quiet man who becomes a silent storm. Every scene crackles with intensity. The horse head, the baptism montage, "I'll make him an offer he can't refuse." These moments became more than iconic, they became part of pop culture history. The Godfather isn't just a film, it's a legacy, a Shakespearean tragedy cloaked in shadows and loyalty. Even decades later, it doesn't just impress, it commands respect. Lawrence of Arabia, 1962, Desert. Lawrence of Arabia isn't just a film, it's an odyssey carved into the sands of cinematic legend. Released in 1962 and directed by David Lean, this sweeping epic follows the enigmatic British officer T.E. Lawrence, played with haunting brilliance by Peter O'Toole in his breakout role. With piercing blue eyes and a presence both majestic and mysterious, O'Toole's Lawrence is a man torn between two worlds, the disciplined structure of the British Empire and the untamed freedom of the Arabian desert. The story charts Lawrence's transformation from an eccentric outsider into a mythic leader of the Arab Revolt during World War I. Alongside unforgettable figures like Sharif Ali, Omar Sharif, and Prince Faisal, Alec Guinness, he unites warring tribes, challenges empires, and questions his own identity with every victory. But beneath the grandeur is a psychological storm, a man seduced by glory, yet shattered by it. Shot against vast desert landscapes with breathtaking cinematography, Lawrence of Arabia is a visual symphony. Its score, its silence, its sand, everything lingers long after the credits roll. This isn't just a biopic, it's a portrait of obsession, power, and the lonely cost of becoming a legend.